Hello guys, and welcome to our channel after a long time. And today we are going to discuss about the concept and nature of social science. So social science, what is social science? First of all, we see that. So social science, here it is defined. Social science is the study of how people live and organize themselves in society. Okay, this is how the people live and organize themselves in society. These 2 points you need to remember if they ask what the social science is actually or define it is, right? So but this is starting initially at the starting age time. The social studies accepts the, only economics, religious, political aspects of the society. This is when it was started. Okay. Next topic here we have, that is about the nature of social science. So first point here says that social science nowadays considered a combination of both, a combination of art as well as combination of science, because its content is social. And what is the reason? The content of social science is social, right? But the way of its study is scientific. But the way we study is scientific. Now, how we are calling it scientific? Because a lot of research has been done on it, and then after the data has been provided to us. Take an example of subject like geography or civics or any social subject, right? So these all are what? They are not just completely data or something like that. They are data, but on the base of proper research. Point number 2 says it is a dynamic in nature. Traditionally, it is considered as detailed account of social matters, but today it is accepted as a scientific study also. Point number 3 says presently scientific and logical methods, which methods? Scientific as well as logical methods are also included in it, and it applied in the teaching learning process of social science. Okay, now if you look at the concept of the social science. So initially means at the starting, the subject of social studies was considered as the part of history and was not considered separately, but now social study becomes a dynamic subject. Dynamic means it involves the other subject in it, and the various branches are included. And which are these branches which include? The like history, geography, economics, civics, etc. Nowadays, social studies or social science considered as interlinked. Okay, means they are connected with each other. And social study includes various aspects of society and takes the element from history, geography, civics, economics, and sociology, etc. So social science is the study of how people live and organize themselves, that we have already discussed about it. Okay, now we go ahead. Okay, next we have the relationship of social science with other subject. What relation does it have? Okay, so the relationship with languages, right? So language is related to literature, and literature is a very important aspect of our society. Now why it is important? Because this is from the literature we come to know about our past and how can we do better in the future, right? This is all with the help of literature. Like for example, your essays, poems and stories are the source of literature through which the various subject is to be taught to society. Okay, means a direct knowledge cannot be implemented on a mind of a learner. So to make it more convenient, to make it more enjoyable, the literature comes in a various forms. And which are these forms? It may come in the form of stories, it may come in the form of poems, etc. And now if you look at the relationship of social studies with mathematics, so for understanding the chronology or in history, geographical phenomenon in geography, and various economic principles in economy, the knowledge of mathematics is necessary. Means supposingly if somebody wants to learn about economic principles, right? So for economic principles, one must have the knowledge of mathematics. Okay, so somehow this subject of social science is also connected with your mathematics. Next we have relationship of social science with technology. Now in this global world, okay, our society is directly or socially connected with the various modes of technology, and which are these like TV, mobiles, radio, computers, various different sources of your internet on which you use. It can be your laptop, tablet, any gadget, right? So these modes have a direct influence on the society, right? And this we have learned easily in this especially in this time period of corona pandemic. We came to know the importance of this digital gadgets, right? So in the wider sense, the social study is considered as a social science. All right. Now relationship with art. So various paintings we study in social science, sculptures, arts, etc. This is what we always study in social science, and these are related to the different states and culture of the society. All right. Supposingly, if we are studying about the Statue of Liberty, so it means we are reading about the culture, their sculpture, their art. Okay. So this is how social science and art are related with each other. Okay, next we have the objectives and significance of our social science teaching. So what are the main objectives of it? Okay, or importance of it. Significance means importance of social science teaching. So first point it says to develop a feeling of patriotism and national integration. Okay, now what is this patriotism? Patriotism means when we are patriotism means a love for one's own country is known as called patriotism. Another word can be used for patriotism is jingoism. Okay, so to develop the feeling and the love for a nation, we study social science. Second reason here it says to build a feeling of democratic sentiments among the learners. Okay, now what is this democratic sentiment over here? Democratic sentiments suggest us that we are made and born for each other. Means directly or indirectly we affect lives of each other. Alright, we are interdependent on each other. Now the third one is to develop a critical thinking in the learners. Now, social science also helps to develop critical thinking. Like supposingly if you are studying about any topic of history, Mauryan Empire or any other empire you are reading about. So when you will be taught that particular topic, so automatically your mind will go in the past and you will start thinking that what was the way or the style of living of the people at that time. It may be Harappan culture or Sindhu Ghati Sabhyata or whatever you call it. The next point says to develop different skills among the learners which help them to earn their livelihood. Okay, so this is how the social science help to develop the different skills also. Now you must be thinking that how can social science help for that? So see, we have like many historians, we have cartographers, those who work in Survey of India, etc. Right? So this is how your social science is a means of your livelihood also. The point number 5 says to develop interest, value, knowledge, and various culture and costumes, traditions of the society. So no doubt this is one of the biggest benefit we get from the social science subject. The point number 6 says to develop the learners as a good citizen. Okay, so what is the aim and the purpose of any education? That is to develop good citizen. Okay, our next topic says a contribution of social science to the development of children. Now, this is important topic. This can be asked from question may be asked from this kind of topics only because your exam will be most probably of the school level, right? So, study of society and people of the society is based on information and facts related to human and environment. Okay, after some time, the knowledge of a child requires relevant sequences, which helps in the development of known structure in the child's mind. Social studies help in the development of relevant understanding of the experience related to inside or outside the classroom. So social science is not only teaching you inside the classroom, but it teaches you outside the classroom also. Okay, like for example, if in a social science or civic study, if a child has learnt about the traffic lights, okay, so he is reading in the book, but also when he will go out in the traffic at a crossroad, so the child will be able to see that outside the classroom also. Now next point it says that social science develop a favorable or unfavorable attitude of the child and society towards the various facts, figures, experience and related to the society. Okay, next we have the various teaching methods and approaches to the social science. So first method is your simple to complex method. So in this simple to complex method, the subject matter is first started from simple to complex. And this method is best suited for teaching at the primary or the middle classes. Okay, so they may give you in this option that's which and ask you the question like that which method best suited to teaching social science at the primary or middle classes, and they may give you these options in that, right? Simple or simple to complex, known to unknown, or specific to general. So your answer should be there, what it should be simple to complex. Now the second method is known to unknown. In this method, the subject matter introduced from knowingly fact or the information related to the topic, and then it should be carried with the unknown factors information about the topic. Okay, like for an example, if a teacher wants to teach about fish, right? So and the teacher is teaching to the kids, okay, especially those who are at the coastal area. So for them it will be very easy to learn that thing about the fishes because they must be daily dealing with it. Okay, their knowledge must be related to it. So first the teacher can teach them about fish, and then gradually the teacher can move or start teaching about cells and other sea creatures. Okay, so that is called known to unknown. Now the third one is about the specific to general. So now in this method, the subject matter or the topic firstly introduced with the example, and then a generalized concept is evolved. This method is useful in teaching higher level classes. So guys, here we have some important question with the related topic, right, which we have discussed about. So you should know this also because the question may be framed from this also. Like first question is saying define social studies. So social study is the study of people, how people live and organize themselves in a society, that we have discussed at the very first starting of this video. Question number 2 says, is the social study a part of science or an art? So social study is considered as a combination of both. It is what? It is a combination of both science as well as art also. Okay, science and because its content is art, and that is why it is known as called your scientific study also. Okay, next question says, what are the various elements of social study? The various elements of social studies are history, geography, civics, economics and sociology. Okay, the social study helps to develop which type of thinking in the student. So social study helps to develop critical thinking in student. Okay, this seems an important, right? They may ask you, they can give you any 4 options with critical thinking, any another, but you should know that social study helps to develop critical thinking. Okay, next question says that what is the relation of social study with technology and its influence on society? So our society is directly or indirectly connected with the various modes of technology. Okay, all the modern gadgets, you know, that can be your cell phone, it can be your tablet, laptop, computers, anything. Okay, and these modes have a direct influence on society. Question number 6 is, what is the contribution of social study towards the development of a child's attitude? So it develops a favorable or unfavorable attitude of the child and society toward the various facts, figures and experiences related to society. Okay, question number 7 says, name the approach or the method of social study teaching in which the topic is introduced with the example. So in a specific general method of social study, teaching the concept is introduced with the specific example and then concept is evolved. So that is general method of your social study. You should remember the name of it. Next question, name the 3 methods of social science teaching. So which are these 3 methods? Simple to complex, known to unknown and specific to general. So all these 3 we have already discussed, right? So if you again want to understand, you can rewind the video or whatever it is. All right, so this is guys, this is all about the teaching of your social science at the school level. All right, and hopefully see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.